The beautiful Jane Denham there, Wild and Free, and of course she's going to be wild on the Friday night at the Urban Country Music Festival. But I tell you what, she's got a big morning the next morning, 10 o'clock over at Songwriters.
But you know what? These performers love songwriters. You talk to any of them that go to Songwriters, that is the big thing. But that's Friday night concert's going to be awesome. Becky Cole, Jane Denham, Lee Koenig, Shannon Knoll, and of course Marcus Meier, who is one of our favourites.
Now there's someone who's even got a bigger... We're talking about Jane Denham having to back up the next morning at 10 o'clock, but she's going to be here, and then she'll still be here the next morning. Oh. Marcus Meier joins us on the phone right now. Marcus, where are you going the next day?
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, thanks, mate.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Oh, nice. Boy, oh boy, you are a busy man. So, of course, you're going to be here performing at Urban Country on the Friday night concert. Then you're flying. You fly out that night or the next morning?
Yeah, it's the next morning, pretty early, mate. Yeah, we've got a big weekend that weekend. Of course, you know, we've got Urban, and we're really looking forward to coming back to Caboolture. It's been a little while for me, so I'm a bit excited about it. Just to tell you the short story, but I'm really I can't remember the last year I was in Caboolture. It might have been even 3 or 4 years ago. I'm not 100% sure.
3?
Yeah, I think it will be.
You were just down the road last year, of course, at Pioneer Village. Yep. We caught up with you there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was terrific gig, and there. Now, how far is it now on the Sunday? You're going to Marion. Now, how far is it from Charters Towers to Marion?
5 hours, I think, maybe by road.
So a bit of a quiet weekend for you that weekend.
Yeah, it is, mate. It is. Look, it's pretty normal for us, you know, country singers. We try to get around the country a fair bit, and look, it's great. It's great when you can do it like this, you know. Caboolture Friday night and Charters Towers Saturday night, and then Mackay on Sunday night, and I think I'm going to Sydney after that. But anyway, look, it's all good fun, and there's that saying, no rest for the wicked, so I must be very wicked.
Well, I have to tell you, we came down and we saw you performing down at Pine Rivers, and a lot of people are saying, oh, I remember seeing Marcus years ago at Urban. I said, well, I can tell you now, there is a different Marcus Meier coming to Urban 2012 than what you saw back in 2009, because I can tell you now, wow, oh wow, the performer has come out in Marcus Meier.
Yeah, we always have a great time on stage. You know, the boys really, you know, they really love playing, and I think you can just see that, you know, and it's sort of we all have a good time, and I think that sort of spills out into the audience. You know, it starts with the band, and then the audience gets into it, and then you know, it's all on from there. So yeah, we're definitely coming to Caboolture to have a good time and to put on a show, that's for sure.
It must be a mark of your success too, and how successful A Different Land as an album was, that seeing the people in the audience singing along with your songs, what a feeling is that? It's
actually really quite humbling, you know. It's sort of it doesn't really hit you until you are sort of playing, and you see these little kids, you know, 4 or 5 year olds singing the words to your songs at the front of the stage, and it's really quite it's a real compliment, you know, because they've obviously got hold of the music, and they've taken the time to learn the words, and it's really, I guess that's kind of, you know, I think you as a songwriter, that's a really cool thing to have people know the words to your songs, because that means they must like it. So it's kind of, I think, you know, as any songwriter will tell you, it's a real humbling feeling.
And the best feeling, I suppose, when you do see people singing back your songs, you can be quite confident that if you forget your words, you can just point out to the crowd with the microphone and they'll sing you straight back in.
Well, that's right. It also stuffs you up if you get it wrong, because generally, I can tell you some of my fans know the words to my songs better than I do. I can tell you, there's this trio called the River Oak Girls down in New South Wales, down that way somewhere, and I tell you what, they know every single word to all 3 of my albums better than I do, and when I stuff up, they let me know about it. Don't you worry.
Now, I got to say, the experience for us of getting along and seeing you is that I came away from it saying, you know what, it's a great album, but he's better live than it is on the album, and I found that I'd come away with 2 songs off the album that I thought were, yeah, okay, but after seeing them live, I think there is no 2 better songs.
I can tell you it has had a lot of airplay.
My Patch of Dirt and The Roaring Days just blew me away seeing those performed live. That was just awesome for me.
Well, mate, we might have to pull them out on Friday night, I think.
Oh, The Roaring Days. Marcus, you have no idea how many times this man
But
plays
I was a Henry Lawson fan as a kid, reading poetry and that sort of stuff, and then I hear the way that this song's been done, and I think that's just, for me, I just go, oh yeah, that's just brilliant.
Well, the Roaring Days, like you say, it's a Lawson poem. Garth and I turned it into a song, and I just loved it the first time I heard it. It's got a real raw energy about it, and it's kind of funny. That's what I said. Yeah, it's kind of funny. That song came so close to being a beer commercial. I cannot tell you how close it got.
Is that right?
Don't tell him that, because you know what will happen now. He'll go, I'm having this beer for Marcus.
I'm
gonna
raise a beer for Marcus. Absolutely.
Oh, why not? As if you need an excuse anyway.
Yeah. So this is Urban on the big stage. Now, is this your first main stage at Urban?
No, I think I've done. No, I think I did one a few years ago.
Yeah, it was too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't raining that year.
No, it wasn't.
It's down in the paddock.
It's different now, though. The stage has changed, I'm told, so it's completely new and fresh for me. I haven't played on this new stage, so this will all be all new for me.
Well, this will be the very first time that Urban Country has ever been on this stage, because it only opened up late last year. So this is the first time. It is a fantastic arena. You will just absolutely be blown away with it, as will the crowd. And I just know when you get a good atmosphere to play in, the performers perform better as well, don't you?
Yeah, look, it really comes down to what we get back from the crowd sometimes. You know, we can go out there, you know, and just sing the songs and have a great time, but when the crowd really gets into it, you know, you can feel that energy coming off the crowd, and it sort of feeds you to go and sort of, you know, really it spurs you on a little bit. So I expect nothing else from the Urban Festival and from Caboolture, you know. You can't beat a Queensland crowd, and I reckon they're going to go off on Friday night. So,
Well, we caught up with Lee Kernaghan a couple of weeks ago, and he was really excited to know that you were part of the lineup. He said, "I've had the opportunity of having this guy tour with me," and he said, "Let me tell you, you guys are in for one hell of a show." And he said, "In fact, it may. I think the word you used. He said it's going to make me a little nervous that I'm going to have to follow him."
He actually did say that. It's on a podcast. We've got it.
Yeah, look, Lee is he's an awesome performer, and he's always been a really big supporter of mine. So I'm very, very lucky in that regard. I will even on the Friday night. Not only do I get to do my own set and have a ball on stage with my band, but I'm going to get up with Lee and do a bit as well. So in his set, so. It's going to be a great night all round for everybody.
So if you don't have your tickets yet, folks, you better get them now, because there's all the more reason. I think we're just going to have a ball Friday night. It's just going to be a party atmosphere.
It will, mate. It's going to be going off like a frog or like a cane toad in a sock, like they say up this way.
Yeah. Yes, I know, the good old cane toads. Ugh.
We've got a busy night ahead. We've still got to get through a couple more interviews, I think, or at least one more interview, and plenty of things to do. So we're going to have to let you go, and we do look forward to catching up on Saturday night, and it's going to be a perfect night.
Oh, you know what we're going to play. Yeah, he's the Segway King.
How would you like to introduce the next song for us?
Yeah, no worries. Hi, guys. Thanks for listening on Marcus Meier. See you Friday night at the Urban Country Music Festival. And this is my single off my new album called A Perfect Night.